All right, so now we have normal distortion equals 96.75%. Yep. 96.75%, right? 96.75%. Okay, now, what if we could just disregard the fact that we have a gear right now and pretend that we could just go down using a thinner tape to accommodate that thicker material. If we just go down and at that diameter distort correctly. Well, now we have to figure out how much are we going down and calculate the new distortion. I know this is taking a long time, I'm sorry. Okay. Alright. So now, if originally, I think I can still see it, 3.8197, I believe, was the diameter. Let me just take 12 divided by pi. Alright, so that is it. This is the print diameter at 12. So now, at 12-inch repeat, that's the print diameter. But we have a slightly less than 12-inch repeat. By how much? Okay, well, the difference, that thicker material is 7/1000ths of an inch thicker, okay? Well, normally sticky backs come in, or mounting tapes come in increments of 5/1000ths. And that might be what I have in the shop. I might use normally 15,000, but I might have some 10,000s and maybe even some 5,000s, right? I'm not likely to have something different than that. So let's assume that I have some 10,000s lying around, because at first he said, can we go down on sticky back? And if I was going to go down, I'd go down 5,000s, because that's 7,000s that we're trying to make up for. So we'll go down, instead of using 15,000 sticky back, we'll use 10,000 sticky back. Well, that means if this is the bare cylinder, and normally we have 15 here, right? And this is the mounting tape, let's say. If we normally have 15,000ths there, and now we're going to 0.010 thousandths, the difference in the thickness of that tape is 5/1000ths of an inch, thickness of the tape. But its influence on the diameter happens twice, 5/1000ths here and 5/1000ths here. Okay, so both together equals 0.010 inches that we're going to come down from the normal diameter, okay? So that means that if we convert that influence on the diameter into the circumference, we can reduce to the 12-inch diameter by that much and know where we are. I know that sounded a little bit confusing too, but let's see. All right. What I'm going to do now, if I multiply this by pi, that'll give me that influence on the, you know what, I don't even have to go that route. All I have to do is 10,000ths of an inch, remove it from the normal print diameter, that gives me the new diameter. Alright, okay, let's do that. Alright, so now, I'm going down from this diameter. This is the normal print diameter. I'm going down from this print diameter, 5/1000ths on each side, so a total of 10,000. So I'm taking away from this 0.010 inches. 7908.3. So 3.8097 to 4 decimal places is what that new diameter is, okay? But we have to take the relationship of that new diameter and then the diameter of everything of that new diameter less twice the soft part of the plate. So we already discussed earlier that the plate is 67,000ths of an inch, the backing is 0.05, that's 0.062, twice that equals 0.124. So we're going to go down from this now 0.124 inches, and that'll be 75786.3. 3.6857 divided by 3.8097 equals 0.96745 and a few other places, or 96.74%, almost 75%. See, almost 0.74%. So the new distortion, if we could, if we were to go down by that little bit and calculate the correct distortion for that, would be 96.74%. Okay. So now the first part of my analysis, I tell my friend, I say, hey, you know what? Take off that 15,000, slap on some 10,000s, and don't worry about the distortion, because you only have 0.01% difference in the distortion. It's probably negligible. And as long as you apply the same distortion to all the plates, you won't have a plate-to-plate registration problem. So my first advice would be go down to 10,000s tape, and don't worry about the distortion, and see what happens. Try to find the sweet spot and see what happens, okay? So now